Yeah, it's another Sunday night, and it's time for another episode of Dead to Us. That's my sweet little robot, Shire, down here with Teddy, coming to you from the Content Factory at the end of the first quarantine week.
That's
we
right.
did it.
Day 7.
Day 7?
Mm-hmm.
Day 7 sober for me. Have you drank or no?
I had half of a beer in Colorado Springs.
Day 7 sober for me. Give it up. No one cares.
Great job.
That's pathetic that that's a big for me. But we...
I think that's a big one for a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. It was hard. Our good friends came over today and brought us a bunch of gluten-free beer, bottle of wine.
Nice of them.
I know. Can you give them a shout out?
They really were like the Corona Santas.
Are we allowed to say who they were?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Logan and Kirsten.
Logan and Kirsten, our Comedy Works family, they came by. We had our first real social interaction.
Your first.
My first social interaction today. Shire did her first kitchen cut, which went good.
Yeah, it went great.
It was the weirdest kitchen cut you could ever have because it was with like the governor's assistant.
Babe.
Oh, well, it's too late now. So she was doing like Corona stuff while she was getting her hair cut. Was that you just gave me the...
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty!
Yeah.
But Shire made her hair look incredible. So we had a good day. We hope you guys are doing okay. Oh, we got a new Patreon, my boy Casey. I got to give a shout out to my boy Casey. Let's check the Patreon real quick. Thank you guys to everybody that Patreons. So this is my buddy Casey, and he is awesome. Casey, I can never say his name right. So you spell Intlekofer.
I feel like that could be a rap song.
Intlekofer. Intlekofer? And it's sad because he's been my friend for a long time. He married a childhood friend, Emily, and they're so supportive of everything. They've bought tickets to every show, came to every show. I was lucky enough to get a hook 'em up. They went and saw Brad Garrett in Vegas. And Brad's the sweetest, most generous guy, but it's hard to ask for shit. But then I said, hey, these are some of my closest, these are friends, close friends, and they support everything, like Emily's parents, Emily's brother and sister. Can they come back and meet Brad? And of course, Brad said yes. And then Brad just sent me a picture of all of them flipping off the camera.
Oh, that's
and Brad's
awesome.
like, fuck you from me and your friend. So, which is why Brad's the best. And I think I announced it on here already, but I'll be interviewing him on Thursday. So look for that podcast Friday or Saturday or Sunday, or maybe Monday, but he is the best. I'm going to get him, hopefully, to tell. He has some incredible stories about opening for Sinatra, he's just the coolest guy, so I'm really excited about that. That was going to be episode 200, but I can't wait for 200. We're pushing out content every day. This, I think, is episode 198, and this might be episode 20 of Dead to Us, so this is cool. That we are doing it. But shout out to Casey. Casey's a pinball wizard. You know that song, Pinball Wizard? He posted a picture the other day. I think he has like 12 pinball machines in his house.
Really?
He's like the fucking king of pinball.
I used to babysit for this family that were really rich, and they had one pinball machine, and I was like, they're so rich that they have a pinball machine.
Yeah, no, trust me, that was big growing up. Well,
it is big.
I don't know. Well, Casey must be rich because he's not doing the $7. He's doing the $10. So, Casey and Emily, thank you so much.
And he's got 12 pinball machines. That's a real status of wealth.
Yeah, well, he's doing good during this coronavirus. He can just sit down there and play pinball. Yeah. Free games. Are you any good at pinball?
Am I good at it?
Yeah.
I'm good at everything.
That's the confidence our kid's going to need. So thank you to all the other Patreons, and Ramos, Christy, Carlos, of course, my boy Cameron. I could go on and on, but the newest one, thank you, Casey. That puts us at, how many do we have? We might be close to 40 now, Patreons, which is great. 39.
Wow.
That's good. We had a couple people drop off, but that's great. These are tough times. So Anyway, enough of that. And thank you to everybody that bought a book. We sold more books this week.
I know, that's so great.
It's just you guys' support has been incredible through all this, and I'm sure some of you guys are going through it too. And like I said last week, or not last week, probably yesterday, if I can help, if me and Shire, if you need Shire to say some sweet nothings over the phone, we will gladly help you guys. We'll all help each other get through this shit. I wish I could tell you about the private stuff we heard from the governor today, but
Babe.
we didn't hear anything. It was fucking boring. What, did you think we heard anything?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Is it going to get better? Just say yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I really do think it has to. But, Shire's putting a fun on our inside information. But
all right.
Okay.
What are we watching?
That was the speed it up. Babe, that is not how the show goes. So we did all our announcements up front. Oh, should we do the Chancellar quote of the week? Can we play that video?
Oh, yes.
Will you send it to Vita Jones' account? And another thing I teased at, we will hopefully have the return of Brother Bill tomorrow, and there's a whole big story that comes with it. Are you going to sit in on Craigslist Chaos tomorrow, or you're out? It'll be a surprise.
It'll be a surprise.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
So we'll start with, are you ready?
I just sent it to you.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Thank you, babe. We'll start with Shire Learns Sports, which is going to be tough. As we all know, there is no sports.
Yes, there is.
Okay, go ahead. Tell us what you learned about sports this week.
Here's what I learned about sports this week.
This should be good.
Tetris is a sport.
Oh, yes. So
frog racing, jumping.
You know what? We'll go over the schedule. So I don't know if you guys saw that ESPN went ESPN the Ocho today. So we were craving sports in this house. I know Shire really loves them, and I occasionally watch them. So we found ourselves on the Ocho.
What is that? What does that even mean?
So it's from Dodgeball, the movie. They made a joke about ESPN the Ocho that would show like a bunch. Have you ever seen the movie Dodgeball, like Ben Stiller?
Yeah, a long time ago.
So then they made the joke like that the Dodgeball would be on ESPN the Ocho. So then ESPN embraced it. So today ESPN did the Ocho. We'll go through the sports that they showed and that were shown today on the Ocho. You know what the Ocho means?
8.
There you go. So the first one, let's go through these and we'll talk about them. Cornhole. They start off with cornhole at midnight.
Okay.
What are your cornhole thoughts? You any good?
Yeah. We've played it 100 times in
I don't know
Milk
about
Market.
100, but we've played it a few times. You're not bad.
Yeah. Every time we walk by, you give every person that we're with one bag and they have one shot.
Yeah, but that's not true cornhole. But.
Well, I mean.
So cornhole was on. We didn't watch that, but I've found myself watching a lot of cornhole in the past because I got to try to beat my cousin who loves cornhole.
Is there like a strategy to it?
Yeah, these guys are like pros. But
I don't think there's a strategy to it.
Can I pitch this to you and the listeners can tell me what they think? So my cousin has an amazing girlfriend that I want him to propose to. But I don't know what he's waiting for. But I give him two proposals. Now tell me which one you think's best.
Ideas. You
two
gave
ideas.
him 2 ideas.
So the first one I gave him, my cousin loves backyard games. It's all he loves to fucking play cornhole and throw a frisbee and knock a bottle off. Washers. He loves it. That's all he cares about. He's way too competitive. It makes people hate him. He needs to just relax sometimes and realize that we're just drinking beer. And he just loves to try to beat me because I talk a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. But I back it up,
Oh, shit!
But the fact that he loves cornhole, this is what I think he should do. Have his girlfriend be his partner, and then they throw the bags down to the other end, and then he slips the ring in the hole. Then when his girlfriend pulls out the bags, there's a ring in like a bag or there's a ring. Then she turns around and then he's on a knee and he goes, I want you to try to beat me in cornhole for the rest of... I know or he should say something like, because like I said, he's way too competitive. I want him to say, I know you'll never be able to do it, but I'd like you to try to beat me in cornhole for the rest of my life.
You're like tearing up saying this right now.
Tears, amazing. Yes or no?
I don't think that that's his style, but
What do you mean?
I like it.
That is his style.
Yeah, but he's not like sentimental, is he?
No. Well, I don't know. We've never seen his soft side.
Yeah.
But that's right up on brand for him. He loves backyard games. he wouldn't concede that she could ever beat him. I thought it was kind of romantic. No. Here's my other one. So she is
I like that idea.
but tell me which one's better. She's a badass pharmacist. She's just a dope. We love Des. So what I said is he should buy a pill bottle, like a huge one that he can get inside. And then since she's the head of the pharmacy, he needs to get there early, then get in the pill bottle. And then when she walks into work and she walks over to this pill bottle that he's cut some little eye holes in, she's like, what's this? Then when she walks over to the pill bottle, he busts out of the pill bottle, dressed as a pill, goes down to one knee and says, I want you to take me every day for the rest of your life.
That is
amazing.
really funny.
Hold on. That is...
Whoa, kaboom!
No. Would you say yes to that?
I think that they're both very special in their own ways.
What if I propose like that to you?
In a pill bottle?
Well, but it's on brand for what she does.
Yeah.
And like take me every day for the rest of your life is like a romantic thing. Like you take a pill every day. Like I have to take my gout pill every...
It also sounds very sexual.
Yeah. Which is like, take me. And he comes in a blue pill. And he's just like, yeah. Okay. No.
What?
Trent would get so mad at me because me and Randy used to do this whenever there was...
I know. Didn't we come up with another one? I feel like we came up with another one. I can't remember what it was.
I had another one, like when we dress him up like an old man, and then he drives a trolley. They have a trolley you can drive around Cheyenne, and then he gets all the friends and family on the trolley. But
didn't we also have like a golf course one where somebody...
No.
Hides?
Damn you, Shire. I think there's something in the works with that. You're talking about the real one that I think he's going to do, so knock it off.
Well, you're
just because I gave away government
the one
secret.
that just blew it.
Another idiot would like to tell you this.
I'd say congratulations
on ruining. Anyway, stop. But anyway, what I used to like to do is me and Randy would come up these crazy ones, and then we'd go to bars or restaurants. We'd go to bars, I guess. And then the waitress would come over and go, hey, let me just ask you something. He's about to propose. Let me see what you think of this idea. And then I would pitch like the pill bottle one, and then Trent would get so mad. But as a hairstylist, if I was going to propose to you in a salon, what would be a creative? Like if I came in and like hid a ring. Oh, I could hit. So like when you put the coat thing over me, the hair catcher, what's that called?
A cape?
A cape. When you put the cape on, then I could have the ring hidden under that. And then when you finish cutting my hair or something, then...
I would not want you to propose to me at my work.
Well, I'm not going to, but...
Unless you came in with like a marching band.
Oh, that's how you want me to propose?
Well, I'm just saying like...
How would you want me to propose?
I don't know.
Wait, has anybody ever proposed to you?
Mm-mm.
Oh. And I've never proposed, so...
No, I have always ended things before I got proposed to because I never wanted to say no to a proposal.
Oh, boy. So this could be ending. Might just be like,
babe.
oh.
No.
You blew it!
Here's a real question. So I've been thinking about how to propose.
Uh-huh.
Do you want somebody to photograph me proposing?
I think that would be nice.
Okay.
Then you don't have to take engagement photos.
Well, we still would do that. Don't we want to be on a bridge, buy some flowers, holding each other and fake smiling so all the Patreons could get that on their fridge? And they go, and their friends would be like, who's this? Like, oh, that's a girl I give $7 to a month that live across the country. And I can get to go to their wedding if I want to.
By the way, Hannah loved Wastertoft's. This definitely could have been a text. Will you be a groomsman?
Oh, yeah. So my good friend, Laramie Wastertoft is his code name, invited me to be a groomsman, but he had to cancel the wedding. Shire was going to do the hair. I was going to be a groomsman.
I mean, it's not canceled. It's postponed.
It's postponed. Post-Maloned. Back to Shire learns sports. That got a little too romantic.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. we're in the middle of a quarantine. There is
Yeah.
no rules. We just
true.
want to entertain our friends, and I think they'd much rather hear about my proposal and weird proposal ideas
What are your ideas?
than what I'm about to tell you, which is what was on the Ocho next was axe throwing, which looks like fun. It's like the new trendy,
really
like
dangerous.
yeah, I
to
know.
me.
Well, that's because the only videos that they show are people when the axe flies back and almost hits
Yeah.
them. So we didn't watch that. The Ultimate Championship, where the net bounce ball thing that we saw in the park was on. You know which one I'm talking about? We saw it when we were walking. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Spike
yeah,
ball.
Yeah.
Spike ball was on. I've never played that, but it looks like fun.
I know you were so upset when we were walking. You're like, man, I've never gotten to play that game.
Then they had a putt putt championship. Are you good at putt putt?
Yeah. One time I was at the beach with, I'm like, how do I start this story? One time I was at the beach with my family,
Shire's on fire.
and it was my dad's side. So I was there with my dad and his sister and her family, and my younger cousin Mark Allen and I were similar, kind of close in age and pretty competitive with each other. And so we were playing putt-putt at the beach, and like we went to go play putt-putt while we were staying at the beach. And he was playing better than me, and I got mad, and nobody was paying attention. And I just hit the ball so hard, and it flew, and it hit a rock, and it flew straight up into the air, and it landed directly into the hole.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
And I was like, I got a hole in one. And nobody believed me
no.
because I was in such a bad mood the whole time.
That's what you get for pouting.
I know.
Don't pout. That's my message.
I know.
Don't pout. It's such a bad look. That reminded me of me. I have two mini golf stories. One, I'm like 7. My little brother's 5. My mom takes us to the mini golf course in the park. On hole number 1, like a fucking idiot that I am, I backswing to hit it as hard as I can. Smoke my brother in the face. He's bleeding all over the place. We don't even get a play. Moron, Brandt. Second story, we're in Jacksonville, and so there we play. I used to, when I'd open for Jeff Dye on the road, there was a mini golf course by the comedy club.
Florida has the best
Yeah, this
mini golf
This one was
courses.
pretty nice and had batting cages and shit. So we had played the year before, and I came up with a plan. So when you get your ball at the beginning, they had a little rack you could pick which color. So when Jeff wasn't looking, we had 2 other comics with us. When Jeff wasn't looking, I grabbed a purple ball, and then I grabbed a green ball. And then on like the 4th hole, I was like, first time I get to a hole in one, I'm gonna freak out, and no one knows I have an extra ball. So I on like the 4th or 5th hole, I finally get a hole in one, and when I pick up the ball out of the cup, I just launch it like I'm launching it into the crowd like a professional golfer does, and everyone just starts laughing, thinking I'd ruined the hole, even though I had a secret ball in my back pocket. So, but if you ever get a chance to, if you want a big laugh during putt-putt, just get a hole in one, and then as you pull it out, just launch it as far as you can, like you're throwing it into the crowds. Do you like that? You were looking at me like that.
I just was thinking, I wonder how many windows you broke.
Oh no, I knew where I threw it into. It's just an open field. It's Jacksonville. Next, they had the Electricians National Championship, which I would not do good at. I know nothing about electrician. Sasquatch calling.
You know nothing about electrician?
About electric anything. I don't know
Electricity?
No, but like being an electrician, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
You have an electrician story?
No.
No.
I do.
Shire's on fire.
Maybe. We'll see.
When I bought my house,
Oh boy.
all of the electricity in the whole house had been redone, but they hung this awful chandelier in the dining room, and I hated it, and I had to look at it every day. And one day I was like, screw that chandelier, I'm taking it down. So I put up a ladder, and I crawled up, and I unscrewed it, and I unwired it, and I took it down. But I did not turn off any of the circuit breakers. But it was fine, and I lived. And then everybody that came to my house after that was like freaking out. How are you alive right now? You could have electrocuted yourself. But I didn't. I was fine.
All right.
I Barbie MacGyvered it.
We're glad you're okay.
I'm like an electrician.
Well, if you remember the old house that we stayed in on Blake, the loft,
yeah.
when the power would go out
Yes.
there, and I don't know anything about, this is a bad story on my part, but I didn't know like what unit we were in or anything, so I would just go to the breaker box and shut down everything in the whole building. I mean, I fucked up so many microwave and stove clocks, but you know, that's we're all right. Sorry, Airbnb. Next up, they had a Sasquatch calling competition and the most impressive facial hair in the world.
Oh.
So let's do it right now. Give your best Sasquatch call.
I don't know what.
Me either, so just fire away what you would do to try to attract a Sasquatch to you.
I don't know.
Well, that's
I need to
bad
do some,
for
I
podcasts.
need to do some
You want me to go
research.
first?
Yeah.
No. Okay, now you go.
I would run so far away.
What's a Sasquatch? So that's what do you think a Sasquatch sounds like?
Probably like
Well, show us.
what's the little Star Wars one that we were talking
Chewbacca?
about? Yeah.
Well-
I feel like it sounds like Chewbacca.
Okay, we'll do it.
I can't.
You have to. We're having a competition right here. The listeners aren't here for I can't. It's I can. I will. And we're not moving on until you do it. So just give us your best Sasquatch.
All right, give me another one. No, a different one.
No, you have to do a Sasquatch call.
Yeah, you have to do a Sasquatch call.
I just did. Now it's your turn. Now you go. Just do it what you think it sounds like.
I feel like it'd be like a scream.
Okay, we'll do that.
Like a, ah!
We'll do it into the microphone.
No, I don't want to blow everyone's
You won't,
eardrums
but
out.
just give them a good
They
set.
just heard
No, do it, babe. Put a little effort into this. These guys, Casey paid $10 for this episode. My man Cameron, $20 a month to hear you.
Okay.
Just give a good one.
All right.
This is our livelihood.
Here's squatchy, 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 squatchy.
Oh, you know what? I mean, that wasn't bad. But at least be creative. I like that. Okay, moving on. Stone skipping competition. We already did that story about how bad you are.
Yeah, do you want to talk about how you decided to pick up a pile of snow and throw it into the water today? And how well did that go for you?
It's so weird how people love fucking rules so much. This isn't even a rule, but there was just like a big old boulder of snow, and we were walking across the bridge, and like two other couples were, and the little kid in me, I just want to pick up this boulder of snow and throw it into the river below. And then I tried to, and it broke in my hands and fell all over me. But then everybody was still like, why is he doing that? Like, it's just water going into water. But yeah, that didn't go too good for me. That was a definite. Next up is the world signs. Oh, the world stacking. You know when they stack the cups? You ever done that?
Mm-mm.
Where you go boom, 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 boom. Okay, moving on.
What, like solo cups? Like
yeah,
what?
when then you do them into like a pyramid, up, down, up, down. You ever seen that?
No.
Oh, it's actually pretty cool. Kids, like Chinese kids, crush it. If
Wait,
they-
how do they just like stack it as tall as it'll go?
So
Until
you
it
start with like
falls?
10, then you just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, then you go back down, back up. Just Google it real fast.
So like you'll do 3, 2, 1.
Just Google-
and then you'll do
Google
4, 3,
stacking
2,
real quick.
1.
Yeah. If you're at home, if you guys, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Somehow Shire's the only person that doesn't know. But
What
these
am I
little,
supposed to be looking up?
just World Stacking Championship. Just
Don't
do
get
that
so
real
mad
quick.
at me.
But these little Chinese kids crush it. But the problem is they might cough and knock it over. Too soon? Okay, coronavirus joke. We're not allowed to say that anymore, right? It's COVID.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? But
I
these
see. I
kids
gotcha.
crush it.
Yeah.
Would you be good at that one?
It's like those magic tricks where you're like, where's the ball? And then you just like...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you see that on the street, don't do it, because I lost a lot of money. They're so good at that. 3-card Monte, or they do it with the little ball in a like a soda cap.
Mm.
But that's a story for another time. Sign spinning championship.
Mm.
World
That is on there?
Yeah, that was at 11:30 a.m.
All right.
At noon, they did the hamburger eating championship.
I could crush that.
How many?
I think I could do like 5.
5 hamburgers from where?
I think I could. From anywhere.
But where would you want to do it?
Uh,
In and out. Are you in and out, or you're out on out?
no, I mean, it's fine. I don't think that it's that special. I like
Five
Shake,
Guys. Oh,
I
Shake
like
Shack.
Shake Shack a lot. I always get the hot dog from Five Guys.
Well, that's on at 1, the brat eating world championship.
Hot dog and a brat are different.
That's true. At 2, this is when we started to turn in the European Tram Driver Championship. Speed and brake, lateral distance, the exact stop, overrun test, and tram bowling. At 3, they went to stupid robot fighting league.
Are these things that they always
No, this is just
film, or they're just filming this now?
I
Because
think
they have nothing
these a
better
lot
to
of these
do?
are like filmed. I think they always film them, honestly. Then at 3:30 there was the annual cherry pit spitting championship.
Oh my gosh! Growing up, my neighbors next door, Amanda and Rachel, there were 4 girls in their family. Their 2 older sisters were twins, and their mom always had a bowl of cherries during cherry season on the table for dinner. So while you're eating your dinner, you could just grab some cherries out of the middle of the table. Well, it became a thing where if you ate dinner at their house, you always had to put your napkin over your drink and not in your lap, because one of the sisters would spit on purpose, would spit their cherry pit into your drink.
Ugh. That sounds like they had that good of aim?
Yeah. It was
All right.
like a secret thing that they would do.
Professionals gather every year to compete at the Tremendous Fruit Farm in Eau Claire, Michigan. Then at 4, we went arm wrestling. Ever see Over the Top, famous Stallone movie?
No.
I knew that without even asking. Golden Tee World Championship, the golf game. You ever play that?
No.
At an arcade? Okay. I guess you're too busy being hot getting free drinks. That's for nerds like me.
What's golden tea?
Just golf, where you play golf on a video comp, like a video game.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The classic Tetris World Championship, which was what I was watching.
Yeah.
Which they were good. I think I'm good at Tetris, but not as good as these guys. Then at 5:30 they went to frog jumping, catfish hunting, which we watched, cheese rolling. Then 6:30 dodgeball.
What is cheese rolling? Like you roll a wheel of cheese?
Well, it rolls down the hill. Then you ever seen that?
No.
They drop it at the top of a hill. Then they let this cheese thing roll, and then all the people run down and try to catch it. But people just get fucked up.
Yeah, that sounds like
That's the most
sport
dangerous
for
one.
me.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a death trap. What are you talking about?
I want to run and catch some cheese.
You could never catch it, and you just fall down a hill and get trampled.
Oh.
You would hate it. Then you got dodgeball at 6:30. You ever play dodgeball?
Yes.
We had we had almost a lot of fights in our dodgeball league in Vegas as adults. Here's my message on dodgeball. You know the start when they blow the whistle and you go? Mm-hmm. Just always cheat, because they're not going to make you go back. Or if they do, we figured that out in our dodgeball league, and we would always just take off early. And this poor girl that had to judge, she didn't have the balls to make all these way too competitive grown men go back. So we would take off early. Then the other team would be like, they took off early, and we'd have the balls and smoke them, and we won the championship. We were assholes. What else? I feel like we need some background music for this.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Slippery Stairs College Tour, where you run up slippery stairs. Death Diving World Championship and Moxie Games. That's the Ocho today.
All right.
That's our sports segment. There was one big thing that happened in sports this week. Do you have any idea what it was?
Kenny Rogers died.
Damn it. No, but shout out to Kenny Rogers. I like Kenny Rogers a lot.
I know you were blasting
I was-
Kenny Rogers.
I got yelled at because we were trying to finish a puzzle the other night at like 2 a.m, and I found out Kenny Rogers died when I was taking a shit, and I came out and I told Shire. Then we played Kenny Rogers, and I was singing my heart out, and then you were worried that the neighbors don't like Kenny Rogers.
Well, no, our neighbors work from home and they're not on Corona vacation.
Well, we don't know that because we don't know what language they speak, but they're our friends.
They're not our friends.
Well, they're our friends, but we just don't hang with them.
No, they're not. They
Well, you don't think they like us?
Well, every time I see them outside, I'm like, oh, hi. And they say nothing.
Yeah, but I think in their country, they're just like, hello.
Maybe.
But they always bring our packages in, and we bring their packages in.
That's true. They are nice about that.
But Kenny Rogers was a famous baseball player.
Well, see, there you
So
go.
you had a little sports in there. Did you ever go to Kenny Rogers Roasters?
What?
Kenny Rogers had a restaurant, a rotisserie chicken.
Oh.
It was called Kenny Rogers Roasters.
Where was it?
All over the country.
Oh.
We had one in Cheyenne. And then when it was going to close down, he had like gold records on the wall. I was going to take one because I don't know why I always want to steal shit. But I couldn't get it off the wall. Or we'd have a Kenny Rogers gold disc up here.
Yeah.
But another good thing, shout out to my boy Justin Bishop. He is a blind skateboarder in Vegas. How dope is that? He skates with his cane and everything and does dope shit. And he got a contract. He's now a pro skateboarder. He's sending an autographed skateboard for the Content Factory wall.
That's really exciting.
And we're going to do, sometime this week, the full Content Factory tour where we take you through each item and tell you where it came from.
We just have to wait for your beard to grow back.
Yeah, we have to wait for my beard to grow back because I look like shit.
Wait,
but
what happened in sports this week?
a certain player went to a different team.
Oh, yes.
Who was it?
I just think that I just can't even.
What does any of that mean that you just said?
Tom Brady.
Okay.
Went to the
yeesh.
Buccaneers.
Which is where?
In Tampa.
Yes.
And I can't understand why he would ever think that was a good decision.
Well, you don't think Tampa's better than Boston? Like
Well-
sunshine?
I think that there's a lot of places that are better than Boston.
Boom, take that, Boston.
But I also think that there's a lot of places better than Tampa, Florida.
Well, that's true too. Well, the Broncos made some moves. We're excited about that, but we'll save that for later.
We let
And-
Flacco go.
No, how'd you know that? Was he a client or something? No one knows that. How'd you know Flacco's gone?
Because I'm smart.
Well, Shire's learning sports. And that is this week's episode of Will He Propose? Should His Cousin Propose? And Shire watches stupid sports on the Ocho. What do you have for us next, babe?
I sent you Chancellor's Quote of the Week.
Oh, we're going to that?
Well,
Okay. Yes, so our boy Chancellor, and I sent this to the Patreons. I hope you guys got it. But our boy Chancellor, who we always talk about, is the best. He sent out a birthday wish to one of our friends, and the good part about it is he didn't put anyone's name in it. So I need to make this.
I know. The best thing about this video that you are not going to be able to see, obviously, is that in this video that we're about to play, he is in the bathtub with a turban on his head, drinking a glass of rosé.
In like a black velvet robe.
In a black velvet robe. And the video is black and white.
With a candle going.
And it's just so perfect.
It's so Chancellor. Hopefully, good news for you, Casey, joining the Patreon. I will send it over to you. If any of you Patreons didn't get it, I think you have to download it. But if for some reason you Patreons didn't get it, I want you to have it because it is the perfect thing just randomly to send to your friend.
And he tried to post it on Instagram, and Instagram took it down because Warner Brothers has a copyright on the song that was playing in the background.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. But anyway, to me, I think it's super funny. If you don't know Chancellor, especially if you're like a dude and you just sent this to one of your dude friends. If I just sent it to like Greg, like, oh, it's your birthday, and you just gets this video. All right, here's our boy Chancellor. Here is Chancellor's quote of the happy birthday of the week.
Because it's your birthday, I'm having rosé in the bathtub. And because it's your birthday, cake in the bathtub. It's not gluten-free, but the world's gotten to shit. So cheers to many more, and may we get through this shit together better than ever. I love you, and you're an amazing human being.
He is literally eating a piece of chocolate cake in the bathtub, just pounding champagne, and he gives a good kiss there. I don't know if it translates that well without the video, but if you're on the fence about the Patreon, now is the time because you will get sent the most fabulous birthday video. And that is Happy Birthday quote song Chocolate Cake Rosé from Chancellor. Thank you, Chancellar, for being you. You're incredible. What's next, babe?
Well, what have we been watching?
Up next is What Are We Watching? Well, this is our new best segment because we are stuck in the house. So we have a lot of answers for you. Where do you want to start, babe?
Well, we started 2 new shows.
Yes.
And one of them is very serious, and the other one I am unsure about.
So we had our usual, we watched 60 Days In, which got good because they got rid of amateurs and they sent real police people into the prison undercover. Mm-hmm. So it's cranked up a little bit. It was good. We watched, what else did we watch? We watched we've been watching a lot of The Office. I mean, we watch so much Office. Don't I have an Office thing on here?
You think so? I don't feel like we have been watching that much Office.
What? What an idiot!
That's not even from The Office. That's from like 40-Year-Old Virgin, I think. But we watched, we watched like 15 episodes of The Office, which is all we ever watched. If you're not on The Office, I don't like the English one. I'm an American. I like the American version. But if you want to binge a funny show, to me, that's still my favorite show, I think, right now.
Well, it's just nice and uplifting. But because I've been spending time with people who are close to the governor, we decided to start watching House of Cards.
Yes. So we're just at the start of House of Cards. We're 6 episodes in. I really like it. I think it would have been better if I didn't know Kevin Spacey was such a creep. But it's good.
Yeah.
It makes me want to be a politician.
I mean, oh, geez, here we go.
What?
Well, you know what? I'm not opposed to moving to Cheyenne, and I don't have a job, so.
But the thing I love about politics is the corruption. I want to be a part of corruption. So it's probably not good. But I think I'd be good corruption, like nice. I'd be doing the good corruption. Is there such a thing? No?
I think that it's not corruption so much as you just want to do whatever anybody else is doing, you want to do it a different way.
Hood rat shit.
Yeah.
I think I just like the gamesmanship of like playing the game. But anyway, so we're just into House of Cards. We got a long ways to go, but I like it. Mm-hmm. And then today we woke.
I feel like House of Cards is not one of. I mean, everybody that has watched it loves it, but I also feel like it's not one of those shows that you can like look away, because if you do, you miss something very important.
Yeah, Shire's so bad at this because she has to look at her phone all day, or she falls asleep. So I watch House of Cards. She watches Pinterest and looks at rings and whatever, laughs at memes, which is just so hurtful to me.
We also have been watching
because I work so hard on my act, and she never laughs at my jokes
on Netflix.
Like she laughs at memes
that everybody has been recommending to you.
I woke up this morning and my internet, Twitter, everything was just full of, you got to watch Tiger King. You got to watch Tiger King. We're 5 episodes in. It is fucking crazy. We have 2 episodes left, but we had to get this recorded for you guys. So we're going to finish. Well, I'm going to finish Tiger King tonight while Shire sleeps. But we're in on Tiger King.
I'm finishing it with you.
Well,
I ain't got shit to do tomorrow.
Yeah, and we're on such a fucked up schedule. We're going to finish this podcast probably around 11:30, 11:45. And while I'm posting it, Shire will be making our dinner. We eat dinner at midnight. But we did walk 8 miles today. We had a long, long walk today. So we're watching that. I recommend... Most of you, I'm sure, have watched House of Cards. We're late on that, but I think this Tiger King's good. It's a good binge watch. It'll waste half of your day. It's crazy. We haven't got to the finish yet.
Yeah.
So we're on that. Anything else? We're saving 90 Day Fiancé for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I tried to get my boy Justin on 90 Day Fiancé. He gave it the hard pass. So some of you this 90 days before the 90s days, which is what we're watching now, is a good one. I know Robin watches it. Huh?
Is Big Ed your favorite?
Big
right
Ed.
Now?
I think Robin. Robin, you watch it, right? Big Ed is, yes, Big Ed is my favorite.
Yeah.
Because Big Ed is a 4'11" fat dude with no neck. That's 52 dating a little.
And your least favorite is the blonde chick in Nigeria.
My least favorite is there is a like 60-year-old white woman that dates what she thinks is like a 30
rapper.
But he's not famous at all.
He's like
awful.
26.
He's awful. But she's so gross, and she just talks about fucking him, and he just looks at her like, I just got to get a green card. Gross.
He says, her stomach is a little big.
Yeah.
She's just little big.
She's so gross. She just looks like a raisin, like an old white
He
raisin.
says, big in the tummy.
Why do I like 90 Day Fiance? Is because it just brings out all Shire's accents, which always make me laugh.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about all we're watching, right? Nothing else. We tried to.
I don't feel like there's been a ton of stuff on.
No. We struggle Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. There's just not good stuff. Like I
Yeah.
said, we watched some Billy on the Street, watched some Office.
Oh yeah, you love Billy on the Street.
We hit the old classics, but we're trying to get out of the house and just walk. Like I said, we walked 8 miles today, get some fresh air, get the sunshine.
I've been hula hooping a lot.
Yeah, Shire likes to hula hoop in the backyard,
And inside the house.
yeah, which is not a good idea, but whatever.
Well, it's fine.
Oh yeah, we were doing that stupid puzzle.
Oh yeah, and we did a puzzle.
We worked our ass off on this puzzle and sang Kenny Rogers.
And what happened when we got to the end of the puzzle?
We're missing one piece, of course.
But the crazy thing is, I opened this puzzle fresh. This is the first time it was ever opened. So we should not be missing a piece.
Teddy probably ate it.
There's no way Teddy ate it.
But it was a hard puzzle. It was the New
It was a
Yorker.
hard puzzle.
I asked her about halfway through. I was like, hey, what's the age on this? Because this is not like a for 8 up. It was fucking hard.
It was like day 5, and you're like, what's the age on this? I'm like, I don't think there is one.
So we finished that. Are we starting another one or what?
I think we'll give a puzzle a break for a while.
Yeah, so if any of you Patreons want a puzzle, we'll send it to you.
It's missing a piece.
It's missing one piece. And it's like one.
And we won't tell you which one it is.
And it's one that'll drive you crazy because it's like bright green. And the whole time I was like, where
Right,
the
or
fuck
we
is this
will
piece?
tell you
well,
what it
or I
is.
just told you. But yeah, first Patreon that says they want it, we'll ship it off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what we're watching. If you guys have any suggestions, hit us up.
Yeah.
Right? We can always use more.
Mm-hmm.
Let's change the music up a little bit because we're going to another segment. What do we have next?
Oh, what do we have next?
You know what? I don't know if we even have any segment for this, but
Salon stories?
here's our segment. I got to get a new sound for this one, but
May I have your attention, please?
are you all right?
Oh,
It is
yeah.
time for everybody's favorite, or I hope it's everyone's favorite. It's our favorite. We hope you are mixing it in. But it is, are you all right?
Ah,
Do we have one though?
I feel like you've said it to me a bunch this week, but I don't know.
I remember you said something, and I was just like, "Are you all right?"
Oh.
What was it?
About the alphabet?
Oh yeah, here was Shire's. Okay, you pitch your idea. You can hear this at home, and then when she finishes, feel free to just say into the world, "All right."
Well, I was attempting to sing the ABCs, and then when I was washing my hands, and then I was like, wait a sec, it didn't sound right to me, and then I was like, wait a second, is that right? And you looked at me like, yeah, what, you don't know your ABCs? And I was like, well, you don't really need to know the order of them, you just have to be able to recognize them when you see them.
And I said, "Are you all right?" But then,
But it's true.
counterpoint, I was like, it is kind of true, really. I mean, you don't.
I don't need to know
They don't
the
ever-
exact order of them.
Yes,
what is
you do.
I mean, I know the exact order, but like, why?
Why do you know the order? Just because it's a song.
No, but like, what do you ever really? What they should teach you is how to say it backwards, because you never need to know it going forwards ever.
Just for the DUI checkpoint.
Yeah,
Or they should just put DUI in order, put shit in order that we need.
yeah.
Here's a question that I hope you get right, but I have a feeling you might miss it,
Oh,
which would be
jeez.
bad for our kids.
What? I am so
How
smart.
many letters are there in the alphabet?
26.
Okay, good.
That's what
I
I'm
mean-
saying. I obviously know the alphabet and I can read. but
Okay, then
I
do
just,
the alphabet song right now.
You want me to sing it?
Yes.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z.
All right. Good job.
Yeah.
That was close.
I know.
I could see you stuttering a little there.
I was thinking about it.
LMNOP. So yeah, is there any other, are you all right? We argue all day about this stupid virus.
Yeah.
Because Shire loves rules and I hate rules.
Yeah.
And I think she talked to the governor and all this shit. And the governor, which I explained to her, his job is to be overly cautious.
First of all, I do not talk to the governor.
Well, you were in on secret calls.
I did overhear 2 meetings with the governor before he did press releases. And so when I say, hey, these are things that could happen, and you say, no, that's 100% not true, and you need to stop reading memes, I'm like, okay, well, that didn't come from a meme, but...
Well...
But you do have a point. Nothing is set in stone until it's set in stone, and everything is changing minute by minute, and I do recognize that. But when I say things like, this is what they're talking about, and you're like, well, that's never going to happen. I'm like, well, okay.
Which it's not. But the governor has to say that. And, first of all, I don't know what's going to happen. Like I say to you
Nobody
every
knows
time,
what's gonna happen.
we don't know. But I'll tell you the funny thing that I said. So I sold, once again, shout out to everybody that bought a book. I went and had to ship out 40 books yesterday. So I'm friends with the post office lady, this cool old black, well, she's not old, she's a cool black lady. And she was like, she's my friend now. I'm going to give her a book next time. But I was explaining to her in my house about it, that we have one rule. Like, you could say any word you want, but you can't say so-and-so says. Mm-hmm. We're not going to call out any of your friends, but you have a couple of friends. And, for instance, you would be like, if it was for me, you'd be like, Greg says this, Greg says that. And then at one point I just go, you know what? What we're not saying in this house ever again is Greg says, because Greg doesn't know shit about anything, and Greg is not our corona advice person. So feel free to mix that in at your house. If your spouse, roommate, friend has that annoying friend that thinks they know everything about the coronavirus, just let them know, hey, we're not doing this anymore, because it's made our lives better.
Yeah.
Okay. But stay healthy, wash your hands. Let's get this shit over with. We're doing live shows. We want you guys at our wedding. We want you guys sleeping on our couch. We want you part of our lives. Okay. That was... Are you all right? Mm-hmm. Go ahead, you do it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
We hope you're mixing that into your life. Next, we have a big announcement that we were supposed to work on. We talked about it a little today, but I'll be damned if we don't fucking get one done before this episode ends. This episode will go another hour if it has to, and we will miss dinner if we don't fucking get it right this time. So let me get some music for this. I don't even know a music, but I need to get us something to motivate us here. How about this
Did
one?
you take a dump in your bed last night?
I gotta get rid of that one. That one's useless. But we need a superstition, and we gotta get it today. We got to
Why
get it.
do we have to get it today?
Today, because I want to, and if I don't get it today, then
I'm gonna kill myself! I'm going to kill myself, and it's your fault!
see, so there's a lot of pressure on you. But that now's the time to get this shit going. So, what is it going to be? I want it to be something you do sometimes. You have to. I met a new guy, Dustin, today. He was very cool. We were trying to get him to help us. He was like, did a toilet paper thing or something. But you need people around to share the message. So let's try to do this again. Off the top of your head, what is something you do like every 3 days? Just say whatever comes to mind. Off the top of your head, whatever comes.
Yeah.
Just say anything. What do you do?
Workout.
You work out. That shouldn't make us both laugh that hard. Okay, that's good. I think you thought I said 30. I said every 3 days, not every. No, I'm joking. Okay, I work out. Okay. So every time you work out, you need to
tie my shoelaces.
Tie your shoelaces. Which foot? You should always, let's do this. You should always put
your right shoe on first, otherwise you'll trip.
Do you think that's, no, babe. Damn it. This might already be a superstition. You should always put, but okay, we're on to something because that's something we always do. Sorry, guys. We should have researched this. I can just hear Josh Nelson in my head. Why didn't you guys, you know what, Josh?
Whatever you do, don't ever call me again.
First of all, I'm giving Josh Nelson's number out on Craigslist all day. You should always put your right shoe on first. Something's going to pop up for that, right? What shoe do you put on first and why? Okay, it's just general chatter. Okay. Should we make it this? Some days I start with my left, other days I feel adventurous and go for the right first. Discuss. You're supposed to always start with the right. Putting the left one on is a sin and blasphemy. See, somebody already has that. How dare you? Okay. Let's try again. Let me give you some music to motivate you. We'll go to Frank's place. Okay, what about put a key in the door? People do that every day? Every time you put the key to the key to success is every time you put the key in the door, you say something or what?
Yes, I love it.
You like this?
I love it.
Okay. I like it. Are you serious or you just want the segment to be over with?
No, I love it.
Come on. I don't like the way you're looking at me and you're smiling. God damn it.
You don't like my smile?
Okay. Every time. Okay, is this going to be the key in the car? Every time you start the car with a key?
Uh-huh.
Or button. You say something. You do something.
Mm-hmm.
You hit the horn?
No.
You tap your left. Every time you.
This is like an OCD's person's.
No, this is a
dream.
every person's superstition. That
I think before you put your key in the
ignition
car in the ignition,
start
you
the car.
Kiss it.
No, because that's dirty. It's a gross. Babe, we're in the middle of the coronavirus. You don't want to kiss that dirty key.
What? It's only going in a keyhole.
But that keyhole's gross. Is he trying to get out?
I don't know.
Teddy, relax. Okay.
Come here.
Okay, key to your house or key to your car? I think the key thing's good because every day you do this.
Key to your car.
So every time you start your car,
Yeah.
you should
tap
the dash 3 times. You should start the car and then tap the dash 3 times.
Yes.
Okay. For safety.
Yes.
For a safe ride.
Yes.
3 times.
Yeah.
Are we committing to this?
Or you could kiss your hand.
No, quit kissing stuff. They already have that kiss thing where you kiss and touch the ceiling when you go over
So what about this?
a yellow light.
Every time you go to start your car, you tap the dash 3 times.
Yes. For
safety.
For safety for you.
For love.
For live, laugh, love.
For love.
No, you. Okay, here I got it. You. Every time you start your car, once your car stops, you tap the dash.
Every time it stops?
No, God damn it. Every time it starts. Where are you going? Babe, I'm going to kill you. Where's he going? He can't go anywhere. Now he's going to come back and bother us. This is why we have to end this quarantine. This is the shit we argue about.
Hey, stop being a grumpy stepdad.
Okay, I'm not a stepdad. Look at this fuckhead. You dumb.
He just wanted to get out of the podcast room so bad, and so I stood up to let him out, which made him happy, but then he just busted the door open and came back in.
He's a moron.
Teddy.
Okay.
All right.
Focused.
So you're going to turn your car on, and then you're going to tap the dash 3 times. Twice.
Once for a safe ride for you, and once for a safe ride for everybody else on the road.
Great.
That's a good one, right?
That's a really nice one.
Okay, guys. That is a done deal.
Donezo.
Here's the commitment I want us all to make. From now on, starting tomorrow. You can't
leave your house tomorrow.
I have shit to do. Babe, why do you ruin the momentum? Please quarantine this. We have to open up bars for sure. I'm going to lose my goddamn mind. Do me and tap you on the forehead twice. You better. You're bad as
For
Teddy
my
sometimes.
safety and your
No,
safety.
for the safety of. Okay, be serious now.
All right.
Here's the new superstition. Every time you start your car, tap twice on your You start it with your right hand, reach up, boom, boom, and then you go. And we're doing that for a safe ride for us and a safe ride for everybody else out on the road. So if anyone asks why you do that, just go. It's just say it's a thing, but never. Let's all commit to not saying why, and see if we can get it to trend. And then you guys tell me if it ever comes. We want it to eventually come back to one of us. Is the goal? Okay. Deal, podcast friends. You're not taking this serious.
I am.
You think it's a joke, and it is kind of. But I think it'll be cool, and it's a good.
Sorry, I didn't know that you were done with jokes.
I am. I'm done till May 11th. The city has stopped me, but I just think it'll be a cool inside thing for us that if someone can.
I actually feel like that's a good one.
Yeah.
And.
So let's all do it. So here's our commitment. The Dead to Us commitment. When you start your car, tap the dashboard twice. And then if people ask, go, oh, yeah, that's just a tradition. Whenever I start the car that I learned. What do we say? It's someone told me, or it's an old wise. What do we say?
Yeah, you just say, like, yeah, it's a thing.
Oh, you didn't know? Oh, yeah. So then just be like smug to them. Oh, you didn't know that's a thing. Like you start your car, then you tap once for safety for you and once for safety of the other drivers.
Yeah.
I like this. That's a good one.
And if you don't do it,
you're going to die. You're dead to us.
Yes.
Okay. So we got that. That's our superstition. We did it.
we did it.
Starting tomorrow, everybody, if you remember, it's going to take a while. We're going to remind you each week. And hopefully you guys are on board with it because I think it's fun. And moving on to the next thing as our dog freaks out and steals all your attention. We're in the middle of a podcast. What do you have left, babe? Next up, we have salon stories.
Yeah, we actually do have a salon story.
We do have a salon story. Go ahead and lead us.
Well, today, Brandt and I were going on a walk.
8 miles. Sorry about it.
An 8-mile walk, like Slim Shady. And we decided to stop by the salon. I had a brush that was there. I was like, let's just go check in on some things. And I'm the only person in Denver with a key to the salon. So we go and I open the door and the alarm starts blasting, which I did not know that the alarm was set. And then I had to call Brittany, and then the cops came, and we were arrested, and
we had to go to jail.
Now we have corona. It's a whole thing.
None of that happened. I mean, that happened. The alarm went off, and then she shut it back off.
And then I called Brittany, and yeah, it was taken care of.
It's Brittany, bitch.
It's Brittany, bitch.
So yeah, unfortunately, that's salon story for this.
The alarm went off
week. And we kind of had to force it into the podcast by walking there because we have no more salon stories.
I know.
All salons are closed.
Yeah.
Well, except for our kitchen one.
Well, that's what?
What? Oh, we're supposed to pretend like that didn't happen, right?
What didn't happen?
And that is the end of salon stories. What else do we have? Do we have anything left?
Well, I think that Salon Stories was supposed to be replaced by and also, hey babe, can we talk about something?
Oh yeah, hey babe. Of course. What would you like to talk about?
Great. So to me, it sounds like watching this Tiger King. That after the tigers are like little tiny baby tigers, that they just don't need them anymore. But I do. So
you want us to get a tiger?
Well, I don't think that it's the worst idea I've ever had.
Well, I don't know. I guess besides like selling feet pictures of you on the internet, other than that. Wait, you know what? Let me think about it. Should we get Shire a tiger?
It rhymes.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
No!
No!
Shire and tiger rhymes?
Yeah. Okay. Shire's tigers?
No.
Yeah.
Shire's flyers. No, we can't get you. I thought about getting you a cat the other day to surprise you when you drove to Colorado Springs, but then I didn't.
I know.
Because we don't need a cat, and that would have been an awful idea.
All right.
We have a dog that is spoiled rotten.
Yeah.
That you're letting break all the rules while you're home.
What?
You let him sleep in bed the whole of night last night.
I would never.
And you feed him every time I turn my head, and that's why he's the most begging ass dog. So whenever you Patreons come spend the night and eat dinner, just know there will be a little long-haired dachshund up on its back feet, incredibly too cute for you to say no to. The problem is he's too cute. If you guys saw that picture I posted, when there's food, he'll just get up on his back and just stand there like the cutest little statue and say, "Give me some food."
Yeah, he talks too, just like that.
He does not talk. Okay, that was... Hey, babe, can I ask you something? Can I have a tiger? We need to work on our segments for next week. We are quarantine crazy around here. I should have just got you a cat, and then it would have been like... all the damn day. Does Teddy hate that? Can he hear that through the headphones?
Probably.
Let's watch his reaction.
Yes, he can hear that.
See? If he doesn't like that, he would not like a real cat.
Real cats don't do that.
Yeah, they do if you step on them.
Well, why would you step on it?
Well, I used to step on my cat when I'd sneak out, and then I'd try to sneak back in my house, and I'd be like, this fucking... It was karma because I didn't like him. He was my sister's cat, and then it's like he purposely got in my way, so I'd step on him and
Did
wait
you
for my
sneak
parents.
out a lot?
No. I was scared. Well, I didn't drink or anything, so I didn't really want to go out. And I wasn't like into girl. I mean, I had a girlfriend, but I wasn't like...
You weren't into girls back then?
I just didn't get girls. I was a nerd. I wasn't a nerd. I was just this late bloomer. I was scared to make the first move. My testosterone was low back then, I think. The testosterone, I got new... we've got Brandt's testosterone update.
Like I give a fuck what you think.
I don't know why I hit that one. Because I do. I bought some new testosterone off of Amazon. I start tomorrow, so hopefully it'll crank it up. Boop, 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 boop. Make me the horn dog. Yeah, I didn't sneak out, but I snuck out of a window like that size. I was skinny.
The listeners can't see that.
I know.
This audio only.
Thank you. That was a perfect time to bust me on that. But I did sneak out of a window that I don't think my parents thought I could fit out of. I cut the screen, and then one day they saw that the screen was cut, and then... But yeah, but the problem with sneak out in the snow is then there's a big snow.
Yeah.
But we used to sneak out of my buddy Matt's house, and then one time we snuck out, and then his mom was like on the porch watching as we're climbing out this window, and we came back home, and they took his door off in the middle of the night. Nothing worse than crawling back through a window, and then there's just no door, and parents standing there, and they're like, "You don't get a door anymore." But he's a spoiled brat. He's the one that opened his presents. He's the one that I think thinks he's going to die because out of nowhere, he's been a shitty friend for like the last 6-7 years. So I just wrote him off. And occasionally he'll try to come back into my life. And he just sent me a thing like, "Hey, man, I'm just sorry for being a bad friend." Just a message out of nowhere on Facebook. And I was like, "No worries, dude. I'm not mad at you." But
well, that's nice of him.
yeah, I mean, it would have been nicer to be a friend when he was supposed to. Like I said, he was the one that would always be like, whenever I'd do a show in Cheyenne, he'd be like, "Yo, I'm so excited, I can't wait." And then I'd because he was my childhood like best friend, so I'd set up seats for him, special seats like dead center, best seats in the house for him, and then he wouldn't show up. And after like the third time, I remember walking out on stage and it's just sold out, packed, and then these 2 seats are open. I'm like, "Man, fuck this dude." And then he just did some of our... I think he just went through a social... Some people just get weird. I don't know what that is. A couple of the kids that were the most popular kids in high school, then they got out of high school and then they just didn't want to talk to anybody. So to be fair, I'll always love Matt. He was a good friend. And the thing is, I tried to reconcile with him, and then we'll get close to like meeting up, and then he'll just disappear again. So it's like, fool me once, shame on however that goes. Fool me for 8 years. That's 2 Olympics. You're a fucking idiot, Brandt. So yeah, but sorry, to answer your question, my brother snuck out a lot, and I was a snitch. I would tell on him.
Wow.
Because I wanted my brother to do good. Like I said, in high school, I was a perfect little angel. Didn't drink, nothing. I was like perfect. Never got in trouble. I just cared about sports. I thought I was going to be the next Magic Johnson.
AIDS. AIDS and all.
AIDS and all. Why, did you sneak out a lot?
No, I never snuck out. The one time And I didn't even sneak out of the house, but it was my 16th birthday.
Sweet 16.
And I was on the computer on AIM.
Ooh,
I know.
Holler at your girl.
At like, I don't know. It was probably like...
Do you know who I am, fool?
It was probably like 10 o'clock at night. And one of my friends was like, I'm going to just swing by and wish you a happy birthday. And I was like, okay. So I went out into the front yard in like my cheerleading workout clothes, no makeup, hair is up and like a messy bun. I walk out the front door and I leave the front door cracked because I was getting ready to go right back inside. And I was standing in my front yard. I didn't even have shoes on. My dad comes running out the front door in just his boxer briefs. Shire Christine, get back in this house. What are you doing sneaking out? And I looked at him and I looked down at me and I looked back at him and I was like, do you really think I'm going anywhere looking like this? Like, I'm standing in the front yard. I'm not even in the road.
Yeah.
I'm in the front yard. And he was like, you can't do whatever you want to do. Freaked out. And then the next morning I was like grounded for standing in my front yard.
Jesus.
I know.
What a dickhead.
It wasn't very fun.
You
So
should
yeah, I never snuck out.
You should tell him this.
Whatever you do, don't ever call me again.
Yeah. But I had a friend who snuck out all the time. So her mom planted a bunch of cactus under her bedroom window.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of like sneaking people out. I remember sneaking in one time. We'd sneak into my friend Thea's house, and one time we were like trying to get out the window, and like I think her dad or mom grabbed someone's shoe and like got it. And then I forget who it was. I had to hobble home without a shoe. I'm trying to think of. We didn't sneak out a lot, really. My friend Tim, his mom, he lived with his great aunt who was like 95, so we could do whatever we wanted. She'd go to sleep at like 8.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that is sneaking out with your sneak out buddies.
Whoa, kaboom!
Any more sneak out stories?
Well, we might have some sneak out stories after this week.
This is going to be a war!
Oh, if you think we get locked down?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Because I'm going outside. I can't just sit in my house forever.
Yeah.
I got to at least take a walk.
Yeah.
And I'll just get fat because I just eat all the time.
I know.
You do know, but you've made the best shit. If you guys want to see how good I'm living, just go follow Gluten Free and Sexy on Instagram. And that's the shit. Every day you've made me something incredible. You spoil me and that little stupid dog over there. Huh, Teddy boy. Well, all right, guys. That is this week's Dead to Us. We hope all you guys are doing good. Like I said, shout out Casey for joining the Patreon. Thank you, buddy. I want to come play pinball with you sometime soon. Give Emily a big hug from us. I assume it's you and Emily. So thank you guys. Thank you everybody that bought the book. If you haven't bought the book, hit me up. Just hit me on Venmo or PayPal, and then I'll send it to you with some 31 stickers and a Shire sticker, and we got some good stickers. Mm-hmm. But the 31 hologram stickers are dope, and so we'll send you some of that, and that's it.
Yeah. You
guys, hope everybody's good. Like I said, if we can do anything for you, I'm easy to find. If you're just lonely, if you're by yourself during this time, call me. We'll fuck around and talk, or I'll tell you stories, or you can ask me weird questions about shit I'm not allowed to talk about on the podcast, like why we're talking to the governor, like the good gossipy shit. Yeah, just hit a button here. What's it going to be?
Well, let me ask you something.
Oh, that was Dr. Phil. I never used that one.
Well, let me ask you something.
Should I use that one? Let's do a quick keep it or get rid of it. Ready?
All right.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Yes.
You love that one. This one?
Yes.
This one?
I'd say congratulations.
Yeah.
I got that more for Craigslist Chaos. Because I think this one?
Well, let me ask you something.
Get rid of that?
I mean, none of them are bad, but I feel like the time...
I'd knock that shit off if I was you.
I feel like the timing that you use...
I don't agree with that, but again, you have the right to your opinion.
I nailed you perfect on that one.
You always hit me with that one.
This one's good. This one's more for Craigslist Chaos too, I think.
This is going to be a war!
Or this one.
Whoa, kaboom!
I have a whole nother.
Let's not
What?
go through all of them.
Oh, okay. No, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 8 open spots.
Oh.
So I'll get some new ones today because I'm gonna get one from Karate Kid because Shire's never watched Karate Kid. I mean, the closest we've ever gotten to breaking up was today. I was like, you never seen this? Is my favorite movie.
Why? I'm like a virgin.
Wow. Okay. Well, I love it. It's my favorite movie. And that's shout out. I got Brett Ernst coming on who plays Louis LaRusso Jr. in Cobra Kai on the YouTube series. So if you guys, you're either in on Karate Kid or out, but if you're in, you've watched YouTube, and Brett Ernst is on, and that episode will air probably Wednesday, but he tells some good Karate Kid stories, and he just tells some great stories anyway. So that's it for tonight. We got to go make our dinner. Love you guys. Take care of each other. If we can do anything to help, hit us up. And thank you guys for all your support, listening, telling your friends, buying books, joining the Patreon, giving it rate, subscribe, review. And as always, shout out to Tone Gordon for making the best shit. Tone Gordon's working like 60, 80 hours a week. And then he's so sweet, he'll hit me up and be like, hey, sorry I didn't get a clip up today. I'm like, dude, you're incredible. So if you guys follow Tone Gordon, give Tone Gordon a shout out. Tone, I can't thank you enough, dude. You go above and beyond every week. It was
One day when Corona's not in the world, we're going to do something really great for you.
Tone, if I ever blow this shit up, it'll be because of you, and I will, I'll take care of you. And he's got some present for the Content Factory that he wants to film me opening, so I imagine it'll be cool. But shout out to him. If you guys please go subscribe to the YouTube comedy channel because Tone is clipping up good shit every week. So that's it. Love you guys, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye bye. Oh shit, that's not it.